What's up, guys? So we are going to be going over the process of fixing the Webasto heater for the back living quarters of the van. Let's go! So the heater is underneath the passenger seat here. The first process I ended up doing was taking off the seat entirely. That way I could actually look at the motor underneath the seat where it is bolted to the van. Because that was the first thing that I was trying to think of. Maybe it's the motor itself. After I took the seat off and looked underneath and unplugged it, I thought that might do the trick. So I ended up going underneath the van to see if I could figure that out.
It all started about a year ago. I was living in the van and working in Boulder at a hotel. I planned to just stay in the van as long as I could to save money, and I had a heater working to get me through the winter, so why not? But I was offered a room in the hotel to stay in, so I decided to move into the hotel room. My cat did just die and I was kind of wanting to get out of the van. And around that time, the heater went out. I didn't think much of it because I was grieving and not thinking about the heater that much. I didn't do much research because I didn't need a heater at the moment. I figured I would just get through the winter, stay in that room, and then figure it out later. So when springtime came around, started researching what might be the problem with the heater. What was happening with the heater is I would turn it on, it wouldn't even kick on at all, but the screen still showed something. It said H07. It was giving an error message. I would push the button to turn it on and it would just say H07. Power button was flashing red as well, and then it would just go off. So it wasn't really telling me what the problem was, it just wasn't coming on. The only thing that was showing on the research was that it was probably carbon buildup. It was set in high altitude mode. I was thinking maybe being in high altitude was affecting it because I hadn't had any problems in the past couple years with the heater until I got to Colorado, where it's 5,000 to 7,000 feet elevation. So I just assumed it was carbon buildup and that I would have to figure out a way to get the carbon out. So we're finally at a place where we can look into it and figure out what the problem is.
The one thing that I'm going to do before I go underneath the van, I got these large rocks that I'm going to place behind the wheels. The driveway is on a decline. I definitely don't want the van to roll back on me while I'm underneath it. Everything is right here. It's really tight quarters. I started to unbolt everything here and to see if I could find any cause of it. Because I know one thing that I read online was that you take off the exhaust and you apply air pressure into it, because if there's carbon buildup, then it won't fire right. It won't ignite the heater just right because there's a lot of buildup on it, so it's kind of blocking that heater. Once I took everything apart, I actually took some air in a can, since I didn't have an air pressure, and I blew out quite a bit of carbon. I placed everything together and that still didn't work. I couldn't figure it out because I thought this thing would do the trick for sure, and I spent a good amount of time underneath it just blowing all that carbon out, and I just did more research on what it could be. So I ended up reaching out to an online community on Reddit and started to ask some questions, and I got a great response that started me on the right path to see what's wrong with this heater. So I went in the back and looked at all the fuses and located the fuse that connect the heater. So when I took that out, it was a little off. It wasn't blown, but when I pulled it, one of the prongs decided to become loose from the plastic piece. That one kind of stumbled me a little bit. I took it out for 30 seconds and then placed it back in. Still, there's nothing. And then I I took it out to examine it, and that prong came out a little bit more. And then I did it one more time, and the entire piece snapped. So I was like, all right, that's unfortunate. Well, there's spare fuses in the back, and I replaced it, and I tried it. That started to kick on the heater. I was like, ooh, so I grabbed Valerie. I made her come down here just to check it out. We figured something out. So I let it run for a good 10 minutes, and I could hear all the clicks that the fuel pump was happening.
Nothing told me to check the fuse first to see if that was it. So I didn't think about checking the fuses. I thought it was a more difficult, complex problem.
I hope this video helped out. We'll see you guys in a little bit because there's some other projects that we have going on in this van to fix up. Till then, see ya.